Welcome back. This is Sophia. Today's video, it's about things to do to make a child's behavior problems better. 1. Always express love to the child. It's something that I have never experienced growing up until I start having children here. Before I notice, as a parent, you need to express love to your child all the time. You need to cuddle your child, give the child affection, whether the child is 18, 19, always you need that bonding with your child all the time. If you're not doing that, it has psychological effects on the child. The child will feel inferior, will have emotional issues, will think my mother hates me, my father hates me. No, because me as a person who has never experienced love as a child, I won't say, let me rephrase my words. I've never experienced being told I love you as a child until I got to 18, 19 when I was being chased by men. So the first time I heard about love was from a stranger. Men, I don't know, as my blood relations. My family members never expressed the word love to me. But as parents, we need to know. We need to know that it's our responsibility to express love to our children all the time. You have bonding sections with them. If it's the Bible you want to discuss with them, just ask them. So, what do you know about the prophets Samuel or Elijah? What do you know about Judas? What do you know about Lazarus? What happened to Lazarus? What did Jesus do to Lazarus? Then if you do that, it strikes conversations. You start doing things together. Then the bonding will start. When a child knows they have security, it affects them in a good way mentally. They don't go putting up behaviors in school, because a lot of that behaviors our children put up in school is because they lack the attention at home. They are lacking attention at home, and they go to school to put up attitude, put up behavior, put up a scene just to get attention there. So as parents, let's note that it's our responsibility to have bond with our children, express love to our children, cuddle them. Sometimes I just hold them and say, I'm not leaving you alone. Mom, you're hurting me. No, I'm not hurting you. You can also squeeze me back if you want. Then I just leave the child alone. You need to know what the child is going through. Once in a while, you go to their room, you find something interesting to talk about. You try to know what the child interests are. Whether it's movies, documentaries, whatever the child is interested in, sports, then you try to learn the basics of it so you can have some kind of communication with the child. Because communication builds a relationship. If you let that slip, that is where the problems start coming off. They don't have anybody, any security at home. They don't have anybody to lie on, any shoulder to lean on. So things go pear-shaped. Never let your child alone psychologically, emotionally. Sometimes I ask my son to pray for the family. I ask my daughter, pray for your father, pray for your mother, pray for your siblings, pray for everybody. You are trying to get them involved. Get them involved in anything and everything you do. Sometimes I ask them, okay, look at these tiles. Do you think these tiles will be nice in our house in Ghana? Do you think this will be nice for this place? Do you think we should change the kitchen cabinet here? Do you think we should change this the towels in the house? They look old. Do you think we should change? No, Mom, we just only had them for a few months now. We can keep them for a few months before we change them. Then communication is building. It gets to a time when they're going to hormonal issues, they don't want to talk to you. So you need to know your child, strategize a technique to deal with the child. Bear in mind, every single child is different. That is where equality and diversity comes in. You may have 10 children, everybody's behavior, their taste, their values, their choices, it varies. You can't say because my first son was this, so this one has to be this. My second son was this, so the other one has to be this. They have different personalities. They have different choices. They have different feelings. Things that I would do to my son that he will not react, I do it to my daughter, she's going to give me attitude. So you need to know your child. know their personality, know what they like, what they do not like, and it will help you a lot manage them better. Like I said, stop selling the child out to the world. I will emphasize on this one. Because whatever you alter carries spirit, it carries power. People are not talking about theirs, so you assume that their children are Holy Spirit. You assume their children are Angel Gabriel, right? Their children are not Angel Gabriel. Their children are probably worse than yours. Their mother is not selling them out. You only hear about some bad children when they are being locked up. You ask them, oh, where is your son? My son has been locked up for 8 years. My son is locked up for 40 years. But you will be standing at your balcony, at your forecourt, at your garden, in front of your house, shouting across what your child is doing, what your child has done. That only demeans the feeling of the child. It just brings them down and it makes it worse. It does not work. I hope I'm making sense. It doesn't work. There are times that you need to emphasize discipline. You need to communicate that this is the reason why I say you're not going to this party. You are only 15. You're only 14. I don't know who those other children coming to that party. And I'm really concerned. It's summer. When it's summer, these boys get wild. They get wayward. I don't want any incident happening. So whatever you want, I'll give you my card. Go to the shop, buy it. Come sit down. Watch any movie you want. I give you the authority. You can watch Netflix, watch Disney Junior, watch Amazon Prime. Whatever you want to watch, please watch it. Let's sit at home and have conversation. We sit at home, we bond. And when you have time, you also need to make time to take the child out. Take them out. We have a plan that every time there's a school break, we leave London. Every time there's a school break, we leave London. We leave London every time there's a school break, just to give them another exposure. We have, like, leave this environment, go to another environment, have conversation, have fun, challenge each other, just to build our relationships. I'm not saying ups and downs will not come. Ups and downs will surely and will always come, because we are human. We fall short. We offend each other. But we should try. Forgiveness. Forgive the child, you correct the child, you forgive the child, you correct him, you forgive the child, you explain things to the child. Sometimes if I'm explaining things to my 21-year-old son, and his explanation, I'll just say, this guy is just book knowledge. This is just book knowledge that you know, my son, book knowledge. If I say that, he start laughing. I said, listen, this is the reality, this is wisdom that I'm speaking to you. And this give you a clear difference between a mother and a son. My age difference is not in vain. This is what happens when you do this. But no. Try to argue, and I leave it. Then the few months later, Mom, you remember what you said? I said, what did I say? Hey, what you said came to pass. I said, okay, now you listen to me. Tell them they will make their own mistake, but inform them. Give them information or informative subjects, so they go and work with it. It's ringing in their ears or in their head when they make mistakes. When the thing happens, oh, my mother said it. Guys, I don't want this video to be long. I'm going to put another one out again. I'll say things that have worked, things that don't work. Just try. We are all human. We make mistakes, but let's try and make it better. Guys, if you love the video, share it on, subscribe to the channel and like it. Shalom.